name is Julia Boothby. I am the priest in charge here at St Anne's Church in Strathpeffer. What we are planning to do here is to develop a healing, sensory, well-being garden that people can come and enjoy. People can come and do a little bit of therapeutic gardening and hopefully just soak up some of the peace and the surrounding scenery. People are so engrossed in looking at their phones or scrolling or actually being quite isolated and not meeting with other people and certainly not meeting with nature. And that's a great loss in our lives, and we really want to do something about that.
So my name's Alison Monroe. I am an experienced gardener and I'm project coordinating the grounds renovation here at St Anne's. We're hoping most of it will be all abilities for the main section that's in the south facing and in the sunshine, and lots of places that people can rest and take a rest walking through. We'll have an area that's planted up on a slope as semi-rockery, semi-sensory garden with trellises that will have clematis and scented climbers. There'll be plenty of roses. We're looking at having cordon fruit trees for something that's a little bit productive. And there'll be some sculpture and both in wood and iron, we hope, as focal points. Probably also some hands-on activities, perhaps a finger labyrinth near some of the seating, so that will also be wheelchair accessible, for example. The paths will reflect the fact that we'll have people of all abilities in here. So the initial inspiration for the garden was the stained glass window at the end of the church. This has a healing theme.
And it depicts, for those of you who know the story, the healing of Jairus' daughter. So Jesus is on his way to rushing to Jairus, whose daughter has been taken seriously ill. And on the way, he is stopped by a woman who has a hemorrhage, and she's been hemorrhaging for 12 years. She spent all her money. She's a widow. She has no one to go to. And she just reaches out her hand and touches the hem of Jesus' cloak, and she is healed. And Jesus turns around and has a wonderful conversation with her. And it's just that image of reaching out and someone being there and connecting with them and bringing them back to a place of peace and wholeness. It's just that social interaction and that healing touch that we want to show our care and love for the community around us by offering something similar. So the vision is to have an area where people can connect with nature through sense, through touching, through perhaps nurturing small plants, through experiencing the scent and the colour and the variety. It's going to be an environmentally friendly project. And it's also going to be one where we hope we can encourage some wildlife to come along and take part as well, bug houses and things like that, and maybe some bird houses. One of the real inspirations for this garden comes from the history of Strathpeffer, which is as a spa town, and we're actually standing probably above one of the spa springs that was here originally. And people used to flock here in Victorian times to come and take the waters or to bathe in them. It doesn't happen anymore, but we are right next door to Strathpeffer Pavilion, which was in its heyday the centre of all that went on. As visitors to the garden, I think we'd like to see people of all faiths and no faith, people of all ages, people of all abilities. Some of the paths that we're looking to put in will definitely be for all abilities. Some will be slightly more difficult for those who perhaps might be in a wheelchair, but we are seeking to make it as open and accessible to everyone as possible. The community have been great. We've got local community involved in helping us to plan this. We've had support from the Pavilion Trust, and they've been great. We've had support from the Community Council and the Peffery Way, and local organisations are beginning to know about what's going on, and everyone is keen for this to happen, which is great.